Hello, friends. I'm walking home from Folk Art Restaurant on North Central and feel like filming. And as I'm walking, I'm like, I filmed everything so far. But I realized I haven't been down Estelle Street in a long time. So I figured I could do that. Maybe go over to Spring Street. I'm passing by this place, the shoe repair, which I filmed a little while ago. All right, so we'll go across this empty lot next to it. There's the old, what was that, Universal Motors? It was a bunch of different motor dealerships over the years. It's now an event space. And a church happens in the event space on Sundays. That red building was opened in 40 as a chicken. You would go there to get your chickens killed and cleaned and take them home. A chicken farm? No, I don't know the word. Anyway, that big building right up there that you can see, that was Woodco for a long time, that has been sold, and they're about to go into construction. They're going to become, the company is called Swimmerman, and they're putting pools in there to teach people how to swim. You can look them up, Swimmerman. They teach kids mainly how to swim, so they're taking over that building that faces North Central that used to be I think it was called Colonial Grocery Store, and then the drugstore that was connected to it. Yeah, that's going to be Swimmerman, swimming lesson place. And this building is for sale right now. What is the word I'm looking for? Chicken ranch? No. Anyway, that's what that was built for. All right. These were built a few years ago, as you know, at the corner of King Arnold, Estelle, and they stretch all the way down to North Fulton Avenue by City Hall. That is called they're called the Clyde. All right. Here is 619 King Arnold, behind what used to be Universal Auto Shop. And I'm imagining that they, at one point, whatever dealership that was, added this on, or it was a completely different business of its own. I'm sure y'all can tell me. You've actually told me before, but at this point, I don't remember a lot of the details. But that goes all the way through. You can almost see the rec center right there. This goes through. Yeah, I haven't been down this way in a while. Here's 3424, and now right next to it is this. But I love the house at 3424. Can't really see it right now because the trees are overgrown, but over here you can see in the back of the property, I've never seen them have it open all the way through, but this is a gym, and this is Outback Bikes. And a lot of parking going on here. Yeah, there's a lot of activity here. Oh, it's not open all the way through. It's a mirror in there. But yeah, that's a workout gym. There's 3420. We just had a quick cloud burst, so it's nice and fresh and clean here. Here's an empty lot, which surprises me because here in Hapeville, if this exists, some developer grabs it up and builds a house or two on it. 3412. I'm not going to go to the left and show you the house on the left because there's people in their yard and I don't want to be rude. This is 3410. Every time I pass it, I remember an article that I read from the 90s of a murder, double murder that happened there. And then the house was set on fire. You're welcome. 3404. So behind me is 3405, but there's people out in front, and I always think it's weird to film people sitting on their front porch without you don't need their permission, but it's invasive. There's 3401. And then the backside of this house, which has a cool history that I have told about at some point. I feel like it was like 4 years ago I shared that story. So I think this is video number 96 or 97 that I'm doing right now. So this is 576. So you can go back and check out the earlier ones and learn about 576 Spring Street. So we'll go, I think I'm gonna go left and go around Spring Street, just because if I go that way and left towards my house, there's that big hill. Oh, I'm gonna have to go on it even if I go to Spring Street. I want to avoid that hill. All right, we're gonna go this way and around Spring Street because the houses are cute, excuse me. They're adorable over there. Another big corner lot with a beautiful tree. So I'll just have to walk up that hill. I could use the exercise. 585 Marina Street. Was I calling this Spring Street earlier? I think I was. This is Marina. So that's 576 Marina, by the way. I love these old looking, these look like they're about, I've looked it up, but I can't remember, but I'm gonna guess 1955. I could be a decade off. I don't remember. Here's 590 Marina. And it's right behind what used to be All Pro, at least in my time, but Chris sold this year, and now it's Hapeville Radiator. They moved to that spot from North Central because all the development over there, they sold that property and moved over here. And now we're on Spring Street. These are the back of the houses. I think these were built in 96 or something like that. These little townhomes. Satellite dishes are still a thing. I was unaware of that. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's one of those occasions where it rained and it cooled things off just enough. Not too much. It's not steamy and hot. It's perfect. Here's 632 Spring Street. Looks like maybe nobody lives there now, because usually there's a lot of stuff out there under this porch. I always thought this is very interesting. This house sitting here. And I know that before these were built, there were two or three big old Georgia-style Hapeville houses there. This one's very old too. I don't remember the date, but I remember looking it up and being surprised that it was as old as it is. So it's kind of stuck in this little corner on its own, been built around. But that's interesting. It looks like nobody lives there now. Well, this is nice. This was overgrown for a while. You'll be able to see that in old videos, but whoever lives here now has it cleared out nicely at number 629. This is 628. I wonder when the last time was that I walked by here. There's a list that I keep that is by street name, and you can look up the street name. This is 624, and it'll tell you which video I walked down that particular street in. 625, 621. These houses are all from the 1940s. They're number 620. Hapeville's very common American small type house, identified by having two rooms across the front. Here's 616. Yeah, just two rooms across the front. 617. Oh, this one's been recently remodeled. Black. Wow. They kept it very minimalist with the black. Do you like it? 610. You see that a lot around here now when homes are being remodeled. They simplify it by just doing that, painting it just black. Wow, it's got a lot added on to the back. That started as an original small type house, but has gotten a lot larger over the years. This one, number 610, Doesn't look lived in. If it is, they're out to work. But yeah, that one needs a little TLC, but it's cute. And this is one of my favorites in the area, number 3285 on this big, big lot, big corner lot. If some developer came in, he'd put a house there. 1, 2, 3. He'd fit 4 on here. Same over here at 3273. And I've never seen a human being here. There must be somebody who lives here, but that Merry Christmas thing has been in the window for the whole 7, almost 8 years that I've been here. 7 years. Yep. There's 3356, and now we are at, the school is up there. We're at Spring Street and North Fulton Avenue, but someone took the North Fulton part, or it fell off, and who knows. I love in Hapeville when you see all these back apartments, and I just wonder how many different people have lived there. That always makes me think of, some high school student from Hapeville High School graduating and being like, I want to live in my own, and they know somebody that has an apartment and moved into the back apartment kind of thing. Those kinds of spaces have all kinds of interesting stories because they're transient. People don't stay there very long. This has like at least 3 apartments in it. It's funny because it looks like a ranch style house like that you would see over in the Northwoods part of Hapeville. Same size and everything. But it's got 3 mailboxes. So it makes me wonder if it started as a house and got divided up, or I think it probably did, because it's similar in style to this one, and this one just, I think, has 3258 just has 1 family living there. Here's 3269. And 3265. I always thought these are cute, how they're stair-stepped up the hill. And then so it's from the corner, that one's faced that way, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th one is now an empty lot. Has been since I lived here. This apartment complex, thinking it was built in 68. Is that what I heard? I'm just making stuff up. But it was built as Kitty Hawk. It was called the Kitty Hawk Apartments because, the whole airplane theme around here. There's 3259. And then this empty lot, which I wouldn't hate being on this lot, because the condos behind it that face Dogwood, formerly Stewart, they're pretty quiet back there. But you can see there's the only thing left is remnants of the garage back there at 3249. Yep. Fascinating. It's a duplex or a triplex here at 3240. There's 3247 right there. The very, very first house I ever even took a picture of when I moved here in 2018. I was taking a walk and this house looked so adorable. I took a picture of it and I put it on my Instagram to show all my friends back in New York City how cute the houses were. 3236. First house I ever took a picture of. 3230 hidden back there. And that's 3233 on the other side. It's had the porch covered up with vinyl, heavy vinyl sheeting like that since I've lived here. 3219. Beautiful little house sitting up there on the hill. Hi, Gray Daddy. Hi. This is a neighborhood cat. I'm a couple blocks away from my house, but I recognize him because I feed him. And as a matter of fact, guess what I have for you? This is I went to get you cat food. I tried to give you the good organic stuff that I give my cat, and you didn't want it. You want the fast food from Family Dollar, so I got it for you. Do you want some? What would you do if I opened it up now? Do you want some food? Do you want some food? That's Gray Daddy. I think he's the daddy of my cat that I have now. Well, I can't open this one-handed. I need scissors. So if you want it, you're gonna have to come to my house. And he does. He comes to my house and he sits outside the porch and he meows. And that means give me food. You walk a long way from my house. Here's 3224. 3217. That was put up for, it was remodeled, renovated. What do you call it? Not remodeled or renovated. Nothing was changed. It was just updated. Remodeled. What's the word? Remodeled? No. Renovated? I guess. Refurbished? That's more accurate. Big family lives there now. A large family. Here's 3220. I can never tell if anybody lives here. It's clearly a rental space. Not really well taken care of. And every now and then you'll see a person here, and then there'll be nobody for the longest time. So I don't know if anybody is there now. 3214, 4 apartments here. In my 7 years here, I've seen a for rent sign out here one time. So people must stay. And I always wonder what kind of house was here before this was built. And over here, this house faces North Avenue, and they have this big skinny lot back here, but there's no way they can build anything on this. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening unless that person sold half of their backyard. They attached it to this and they were able to build that way. But anyway, here's 3208. Same kind of thing. I mean, it's got an auto shade in the window. It's been that way for a long time. I don't know if anybody actually lives there. Look how beautiful the leaves look. That's a beautiful canopy right here. And I've shown this magnolia before. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there are magnolias blooming right now and getting ready to bloom. Oh, look at that. It's the best smell in the world, isn't it? When they bloom. Here we are at North Avenue in North Fulton. The last video I made, I didn't talk in it. But you did see this tree that fell. And for the longest time, the entire time we've lived here, that's 519, the people that live here, that's their car, one of their cars. And the entire time we've lived here, Douglas has looked at this giant tree up here on the left and said, that thing's coming down. And about a month it did. It fell from that backyard onto that car, across the street, blocking it, onto these lines, right into their backyard, just missed their house. So they came out and cleared the street, of course, but then they leave these poor saps left with all of this, because that's how we work. We don't help one another. We say, well, that's on your property. You're going to have to take care of that. When they were out here with the trucks and the workforce to clear the street. But that's how our culture works. And same here. This lovely man who lives here by himself, I believe, older gentleman. This is his backyard. So now it fell over and he's got to contend with it. But it fell right on top of that car. I think I showed it to you when I filmed on the 25th, I think. Was that the last time? No, May 10th. Gosh, I'm losing track of time. But yeah, it's boom, fell right down on top of here. They usually have a whole line of cars parked here, so one car got destroyed. So that's been here for a month, and I'm guessing maybe they have to leave it there because of insurance until somebody can come out and look at it. I'm not sure. But my friends live here in this house. I'm very glad, and they just remodeled their house after Hurricane Helene caused damage to their house. And then that tree fell, and thank goodness it did not fall onto their house, because the irony of that, right? Remodeling your house and then a tree falling on it. Okay, I am to my street. Thanks for walking with me. I hope Gray Daddy comes to get some food. Create yourself a great day. Bye.